This is Theodora, and she is musical, and she plays Teddy Bear Picnic. I'm pretty sure that's the song. Anyway, she is on a little picnic, and this fabric came from some vintage, like a curtain, like a kitchen curtain, but it was in a basket, a vintage picnic basket that I had, and so I stole it from my picnic basket. And in the original thing, it had the hems for the pot, for the to hang it. You know what I mean? It was hemmed for a curtain, but someone was using it for a picnic like basket insert because it was not big enough for actual blanket or anything. So I love the proportion though. So this is something I've held on to for years, and is a swatch is probably only about 2 feet by 3 feet, size curtain. So I've been borrowing little snippets from it. So I gave her a pretty big chunk because I thought it looked so cute with her. Now she of course is one of my Gothic girls. So she's been from my I can't talk today. My orphanages that burned down. So she has got the sooty look. I'm losing my voice. So she has a sooty look, and her little bear does as well. This is a little jointed bear. Now this bear is, I think that I got this in the 80s. This was some little bears that I picked up in the late 80s, little jointed ones, and I kind of had them with my Santa stash. And I have, I bought several because it was a store that was going out of business. Oh, actually, it was in the early 90s. Now I think about it. The store was going out of business, so they had a lot of these. And I bought a bunch. And I'm down to only like a few. So I did distress him, and he had a little bright red, and I indulged it down with some black paint. I just did a black paint wash on him versus dyeing him because I wanted it to be really roughed up and had black spots on him. So I did that. And then original blanket was this, and until I could find that. And so I put Mod Podge on this to keep it really stiff. And the reason is I actually had it in a photo how I set it up. Anyway, I found a gorgeous bow. This is the bow. I wish it was more distressed, but it's pretty. This is a bow I used on another doll's clothes, and it was just the right width. I didn't have a lot of ribbon that was this width, so... And I love how the bow does anyway. So I kind of did this crazy little bow. And I love this doll. I mean, because she's musical. I have very few musical dolls, and she's one of the very few musical dolls I have. But I love her shoes. They have the little snaps. Oops, bad lighting. They have the little snaps on the side. And see, this one's come unsnapped because I was messing with it. So I got to snap it back. Anyway, that's that little snap on. So it's little Mary Jane's. Now, with her little set... I had this vintage set. I think, let me show you this cup. This little tiny vintage set, and it's hand painted, but not done very well. It's kind of marked up. Let me see if that comes off. Yeah, that did. All right, so that came off, but that wasn't paint. It's just a mark. So it's so dirty, and so instead of cleaning it, no, it got dust in it. We'll get the dust out. So I dug this out of my box of doll miniature stuff, for doll houses. And I kind of like that it's dirty because it just fits that whole theme. So I'm not going to clean them. It works. But look, guys, made in... What? I'll show you. And here's the other cup. And it's all nasty. Little ding in the... it's not really a chip in it. Oh, is it? No, it was like chipped and then they glazed over it. So... Not very well made, but these were made in Germany, and they're very old. I don't know what's going on the bottom. That was weird. But anyways, like, see it? I guess when they glazed it all over, and then they just kind of roughed it up. But anyway, it's just a precious little set. I cannot even read that. This is made in what? Germ. Okay, I can see it now. And I didn't have the whole set. I just had the picture. So that's all she's got. Is her little 2 cups and her little creamer. But it's cute because look, I mean, it's more of a rose color, but when you put it with the set, I mean, it looks real sweet with that. Anyway, so her story, she's got these big blue eyes, big old blue eyes. And her hair has a little bit of gray in it. Just probably from this shock. She's just, get that from being scared. So lighting is terrible right now. So there that is. A little bit of gray on that. So just a little hint. And this was actually a sample from the the company that I order from, they send these little swatches, and they sent me this really pretty silvery gray. I think it's called silver, actually. And so I use that on her. So she's got little pudgy hands. Look at her little pudge. She's a little pudgy doll. And gives her more of a youthful look for sure. Anyway, so this basket, so here's my like crinkly stuff. So it's got the Mod Podge. And I had to go through some, I don't have a lot of little baskets, and this one's probably on the bigger side of my little baskets, but I love it when I can find a little basket. But this was the only one I could really distress like I wanted to, and it's kind of wonky. It just came that way. But I was able to go back and do a wash with black paint, keep it really rough and, you know, loose, and making it look like it's been charred. So anyway, there she is, and this is her thing. I'll pull it back. Anyway, that's my baby. I will show you her back. She does come with a stand. I just have her sitting. She is a sitter in that her legs don't have wires in them so that they kind of bend that way, or she can stand up straight. Sorry, I'm moving her really fast. Anyway, I didn't get a better look at her eyes. They're really dark. Sorry, really dark, dark blue. And she does have a little music box key, and there's her spider. And her little bloomers. She has long bloomers. And I did put some kind of white socks. They were dyed, but they did not take dye at all. So that's why they stayed so white. But they look good with her little Mary Janes. So you can see it's, I think they call this maybe SANKYO, this brand. It's a very nice sound. Pretty sure that's Teddy Bear Picnic. I don't know anymore. I did look it up, and it sounds like, not the beginning, but towards the middle of the song. It changes to that. Not the scary part, like, if you go out in the woods tonight. Yeah, that one. Yeah. So, anyway. She's got some of that really good hair I love, and it's just got such good kink to it. So, really sweet. A little cotton dress. It's a little thin dress. I did not put any slip under there. I mean, she didn't come with one, but I didn't add one because of her music box. It needs to not have anything binding it up, and I was afraid that extra fabric may bind that up. But anyway, so there she is, and then, of course, this goes in the basket like that. And she is just got her little navy bow versus blacks, because she had a lot of the dye just took to where it was more navy than it was black. Anyway, I love this. I don't have many music box dolls. In fact, I probably have less than 10, and most of those are small. So I even have, you know, fewer of the full size. Anyway, I love her with the bear. I think the accessories really helped her out. I don't usually do a lot of accessories because unless I just know a doll who needs some kind of accessory, and then of course I have to put it with her. But this definitely needed a picnic because of the whole teddy bear picnic thing going on. And one thing I forgot to mention is that I did put some distressing on here, so a few gray spots. I just sprayed it with some dye, watered down dye, just so I would have a few gray spots and streaks on it. So that was one of my other kind of distressing techniques that I used on this basket and fabric. I think my favorite pose is where she is looking down, and then the little bear, because he's posable, is kind of looking up at her. I love that. Look how sweet that is. Well, she's not bending over enough. Bend over, chick. Here, I have a photo, so I just add the photo. Come on. Cooperate. It's got a mind of its own. It wants out. Get me out. Anyway. All right, not gonna work. Thank you for watching, and please check her out on eBay, and if she hasn't sold yet, then bid and buy. I would love to keep all my babies, but I don't have room. And so it's time for them to go on to other people who will love them. And there goes the music winding down.